Figured I'd do an update. It's been a while, and that's one of my camera settings too. I've noticed when I do these videos, it's always zoomed in really tight. So I'm trying to figure out what ratio I want to be at. Hopefully, you're actually seeing what I'm seeing. Well, we'll see when I watch the video. Alrighty, so as you can see, the block is gone. It's down at the machine shop. Just having it hot tanked. Have them clean it really good. Check it out. The pistons have all been cleaned up. All came out nice. So they're Speed Pro. What are they? The 2266 30 overs. So that it's just on a mock-up, but I got a spacer for the carburetor. So what I do is I'll get my fingers in there and I'll show it to you. It needs to be cleaned up anyway. It's used, not new. Oh, set this over here. Oh, I'm running out of room. Don't go anywhere. I just bought this off eBay used. It was $9 for a used one. So it wasn't bad at all. And it is the Mr. Gasket 1932. So you can use a spread bore or a Holley, which is what I'll use. And going. I'm going to stay with the Street Dominator since I have it. This is this other stuff. This is all parts that have been cleaned and bagged. Ready. These are parts yet to be cleaned. So that's all I have left to clean. And for the engine, all the bearings have been checked and cleaned and just everything. Timing cover bolts, oil pan bolts. Have a new timing cover coming. This one is horrible. See all this, the real heavy pitting. Let me get the angle right. Maybe I'll see why I ordered a new one. I don't know if you can tell. Look how warped and twisted. And that would never, ever seal. You'd have to put 1/8 of an inch of RTV on there. So what I'm going to do is I will drill those 2 spot welds. I'm going to save the tab. The one I ordered is a stamped steel one with no tab. And I'll just reuse this tab. Once I get everything set to 0 on the engine, get everything put together, top dead center, then I'll position this one so it will just be dead accurate on the 0 on that. And I'll show you how I'll do that later, how we position that. But so yeah, I'm just going to drill this one out for now, save this tab. Get the water pump housing. I do got to clean the damper up. It needs cleaned up. That's actually a new damper. It's not an OEM. It's an OEM replacement damper. It's in great shape. So I'll get it cleaned up good. Here's the spacer that was on there. This little 1/2 inch, I guess. It was terribly misaligned, but I'll save it. You never know. May need it for something. I'm going to get a new oil pan. The oil pan is just, it's as bad as the timing cover. I'll never, ever get it straightened out. So I'll keep it. Matter of fact, you may just be able to see some of the horrible, I don't know if you can tell how bad that is or not. That right there, that timing cover, and it's warped and twisted, and so that'd be good just to put on an engine, like if you're painting one or something. I don't know, or transporting an engine, something you can just not worry about getting torn up. Valve covers, these are stamped. I'm going to go with the cast. I just like those. I like to have a set. So been looking at them. I think I'll get some. Heads, I haven't decided. I'm still trying to decide if I want to go with these or the Edelbrock. I've got a set of Edelbrock Performer RPMs. These heads were freshly done. They may not look like it, but they're actually very fresh. So I just have to make my mind up on that. Oh, and the camshaft, I don't know if I told you, it's a Mopar 509 cam for sure. I got it out here and mic'd it. And so I've been hawing around on whether I wanted to use that or not. I think I'm going to. Now that leads me to a problem, which the car has a 323 rear end in it, and that won't go well with that cam. So I'm going to have to put a 391. We can do that. It has the guy that rebuilt the engine and put that cam, the torque converter is the matching torque converter for that camshaft. So I'm really just a gear swap away. Since it's an 8 3/4, I can just have two pigs, as we call them. I'll keep the 323 if I ever take the car on a trip. Then I'll put the 391 for hot rodding around. So that's where that's at. Parts are coming in. I've ordered just about everything I can think of. There's a few things. But mostly I have everything ordered to get the car back and running. I have the new gas tank. It's supposed to be delivered today. All new, the brake lines, ordered a brake line kit. I do need to order a fuel line. I haven't ordered that yet. New engine wiring harness. A fan shroud. I didn't have a fan shroud. I found one of those. One of the tips to this I can give you guys, because that stuff all starts adding up, as you guys know, all of you know, especially if you're a Mopar guy. You have to know what you want, and you've got to shop for it. Sometimes you shop for it for a long time. For example, the gas tank. You got the gas tank for $100, brand new. It's not a return. Well, we'll see when it gets here, but it's supposed to be brand new in the box. It's just like, it's not Rock Auto, but a company like that had them. The guy, whoever it is, had 10 of them. He got somewhere, and so he's selling them just cheap. Well, I got one. So fan shroud, picked up the fan shroud really cheap. And then you find sales and stuff like that. So you got to be patient. You can save yourself a lot of money, because the gas tanks are, they're over $200. This one's supposed to be galvanized. We'll see. We'll see when it gets here. But maybe a piece of junk. But I really have not got burnt doing that. You just be patient, know what you're looking for, and you can find it. So same thing with the timing cover. I mean, these things are kind of expensive, for what it is. But I got one for $20, free shipping and handling. And it's what I wanted. I did not want one with the tab on it, because I like to position the tab myself. So, okay. The crankshaft, I'll get it. I can do everything it needs, because it really is nice. So I'll just clean it here and just clean out the journals good. I've already checked everything. Everything's nice. The crank's ready to go. So, got a dipstick. Those are handy. Windage tray. It's ready to go. This is the valve cover gasket I like. I really like these. These are the only ones I use. And they're really a thick cork. You can see that. And they've got a neoprene coating covering on them. And so if you put them on when everything is really clean and really dry, it just sticks. And nothing, they just don't ever leak. And being as thick as they are, they'll take up, some warpage and whatnot. And you can also tighten them pretty good without damaging your valve cover doing that. So anyway, that's what I like. I've told you that. Some poor soul's thinking, well, what's the part number? Well, let me tell you. Give me just a second here. So anytime I order something, and it's in the house right now, so when I get a car, so on my computer in the house, I have a flow sheet in there, or chart. And every part I order for this charger gets entered on there. So it'll say, 71 charger, oil filter, part number, size if it's relevant, and what it is. And I do that for every car. I keep it for myself, and that's for future reference. Then these are just part numbers of parts, specific parts I like over time. Like just a starter, 1995 Dodge truck starter. Radiator hoses for certain things. 440 source, the 564 6-quart oil pan. Use that pickup, and that's what I'm going to order for this car. Let's see here. So what am I looking? Oh, I was looking for that valve cover gasket. So these are gaskets. These are gaskets I've used over time that I like. You're free to look at that. So the Fel-Pro VS50145R valve cover gasket. That is the gasket I just showed you. So anytime I build an engine, a 440, because you guys have probably caught on, that's all I ever do. These are the gaskets I use. Now the exception with like the head gasket, I have one set left of new old stock Mopar head gaskets, the 20 thousandths head gasket. When this engine goes together, well, if I use the iron heads, I'll use that one. If I use the Edelbrock heads, I'm going to use the Fel-Pro 1009. That's the rear main seal I like. The Fel-Pro 1834, it's called the Top Fuel oil pan gasket. It's thick blue. I've never had problems with those gaskets. So these are the ones I use. As a matter of fact, almost all of these are just simply Fel-Pro blue gaskets, with a few exceptions like the valve cover and the rear main seal. They're black. But I've just found that the blue material seems to work pretty good. I don't know if it's similar to the blue gaskets you can use on a Holly or not. This Rimflex 6002 exhaust manifold / header gasket, they're fantastic. If you've not tried them, try a set. Then I just have another chart, nuts and bolts. Some stuff's obvious. Obviously, I don't know what I do sometimes when I get that. But anyway, these are just things I've put in there to reference myself. How many, size, different things. I don't know. I don't have any idea what's going on there. These are just other things I have written down. Just different pistons. Matter of fact, the piston that I just showed you at the beginning of the video, the 2266, has a compression height of 1991, which will give you, that's your stock deck height. Head volume, that's with a 40 thousandths head gasket. So you bump it up a little bit if I went to 20 thousandths weight. I wish I had one of those off the rod. I'd weigh them. I don't know why I don't have a weight. These are just different pistons. The pin weight, the rings, the rod, the bearing. So if I was putting this engine together, instead of using what's already there together, for example, you see, well, this turned into a long video. Everything's together. And I've weighed them. They're fine. They're balanced. But if I was doing this myself, and putting everything together. Then if I was going to use that 2266, I would weigh each pin, right? And I would get them averaged out. You'd weigh the rings, the rods, the bearings, okay? Typical 440L rod. You know, I've had so many sets of 6-pack rods, and I always forget to just weigh one of them. And I don't know if I have any over here stashed or not. If someone happens to have a 6-pack rod, weigh that for me and leave a comment below, so I just have the weight. The 440 source rods, not the H-beam or whatever those are, just the factory replace, the Hemi rods is what they call them. Just if you want to know that, $895. And anyway, this whole book is this full of information that I've had, templates I make for myself. You know, that's for your lower control arm. We got a lot of different templates, stuff, transmission, you know, by section. There'll be a section on suspension, a section on engine, a section on transmission. Just a thing for Holley 8531. This is the carburetor I like. Some of that, you know, and that's just, you know, like some of those are articles that Steve Dulcich wrote years and years ago. And then some of it's just, you know, real common things you'll see in the factory owner's manual. Your big block engine bolt torque. You know, you copy that right out of your factory service manual. So, man, this has gotten to be a long video for me. So, anyway, any of that information, like I said on there, feel free to use it yourself. That's why I do these videos, is to share this stuff. So, yeah, yep. You know, these things like here, right here, I'll paint them, but man, it's too cold. I mean, even with the heater in here, I'm only keeping it like at 40. But the concrete is so cold. I was doing undercoating the other day on the car. Even though it's about 40 in here, the concrete is so cold. When I would spray, the paint was coming out of the spray can and hitting the air and freezing in the air. And it's just like a dry powder falling on the ground. It wasn't hitting the car hardly wet. But it's, I don't know what it is out there today. Maybe 13, 15, I don't know, something. Oh, right. Oh, yeah, there's my hot rod snowblower. You Southerners may have never seen one of these contraptions, but comes in handy. So it really got used yesterday. Big time. Spent 4 hours running. Say, boy, it needs a bath. Okay, well, I think that's enough for one day. And some of that stuff gets here. I'll show it to you. I'll show you that gas tank, if it's any good or not. I don't see any problem. It should be here anytime. It says it's on the FedEx truck. So, all right then. Later.